Great Friday morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Seth, I'm Mascotto Jr. with Manufactured Home Sales Mastery, and with our 15 minutes of mastery that we do each and every day to get you some information, inspiration, and motivation. And it's day 3, the final day out here in Louisville. Just getting it started. Got a few sessions left, actually speaking this morning in a few hours on sales and marketing panel. So if you're in Louisville, checking this out, come on by, visit with us here at the booth 120, or kind of check out that sales and marketing session that's going to be happening at 11 a.m. Eastern. But hey, we're finishing up the week out here talking on breaking the stigma and how we can break the stigma. And I want to talk to you about what we've been doing here the last couple of days, building partnerships that strengthen the industry, networking, collaborating, doing all the things that will help move the industry forward. Tommy Lee Jones once said, partnerships are good for narrative. They're good for that narrative. What narrative are we trying to put out there? That manufactured homes are homes, that the manufactured home industry is here to solve the American housing problem. The manufactured homes are ready to be that solution and have you be a part of it. But we're not going to do it alone. Just like you can't create a business, you can't start a business and have it thrive by yourself. You create it, you start it by yourself, but it's not going to grow and become everything that it can be by yourself, and you're doing everything. It's the same thing within the industry, no matter what role you play, retailers, communities, housing consultants, community managers. It's about the partnerships. It's about collaborating. It's about working together and moving the industry forward. But why does that matter at all? Okay. Well, here's the thing. When you stop to think about it, when an industry is fragmented, it weakens trust and customer satisfaction. In other words, when everybody is so isolated, when everyone, and it's one thing to collaborate in shows like this, and everybody hangs out, everybody knows each other, everybody works well together. However, out in the public face, when you are not seen in the same light, then it starts to create that distrust. When you start talking down your competitors, when you start speaking badly about others within the industry, it just fragments it. It creates that distrust, and it can lead to things that we don't want to see. Right, but collaboration, on the other hand, is going to build that strength. It's going to build that resilience. It's going to help promote it in that light, and that's why, I'm proud and happy and grateful to have partnered up with folks like Brian and Tay with Cardinal Financial to start bringing you these segments where we're bringing people to the forefront that are doing great things with the industry. And then those folks that came in here from David Finney yesterday, and Thomas Dixon day before, Big Mike's Trucking, people like that, Mindy Parrish, and the list goes on and on. Alex Edwards, right? James Burkett, we heard some great things from him. Everyone, those types of collaborations, those types of partnerships build that trust, not just amongst us here hanging out and discussing things, but for you as far as trust with the industry. Because sometimes even us, you out there on the field, maybe thinking, man, this is a job. It's, the industry doesn't care. The industry does care. The industry does care for what we're doing. We just haven't completely seen the light and the potential. The industry wouldn't exist if it didn't care. But bringing these types of collaborations, and you doing it on your end, in your market, in your localities, doing those kinds of things are only going to make things better, because partnerships like that create more opportunities, not just for the referrals, right? But it creates more opportunities for you as a professional. It creates opportunities for you when you're seen as one of those industry leaders within your community, within your market, and also within the industry itself. People take notice. And so you just need to keep going and moving forward and building those things so that we can continue to move the industry forward. So how can we do that effectively? What's the best way to go about doing that? Well, For you, those of you out there on the field and dealing with clients, look, you can build relationships with your lenders, with your with the community managers, with with the factories, everyone involved in the industry. Get with them and get that done. Okay, build those relationships. The installers, the transport companies, the people from the factory, everybody. But don't just build a relationship and let it in there. You've got to build that relationship and then you've got to move it forward. You've got to then do things like this, put information out there on your platforms and start advocating for the industry. Take that opportunity to build credibility, to build the trust. Because if you believe in this industry, you believe in what you're doing, you believe in what can be for the people in your market, you owe it to them and to yourself and to the industry to get that done. Share resources, share insights on how to improve, the buying process, how to improve things that are going on within the industry that are going to be able to continue to build on the effectiveness and the efficiency of the industry. We serve so many people. There is so much opportunity. There's so much need for you out in your markets, and you've got to do it, and you've got to do it the right way so that folks can know what's going on and come to you and see you as that resource. And heck, folks, we're here as well. Man, if you're somebody that truly wants to do great things, we want to partner with you. We want to do things like what we've done here with you, help you do it. If you're PHC, if you're a housing consultant somewhere across the country and you want to start putting content together that you're going to put out there, I'd be happy to talk to you. We can do some sessions. We can do some Zoom. Heck, we'll put you up on a podcast. Maybe if you're doing great things within your organization, I want to start highlighting housing consultants across the country, community managers across the country that are doing great things, doing it right, and wanting to do more for the people of their market. So we'll bring you on. We'll shoot some episodes and get you the content. You can repurpose it yourself, but we need to start working together. We need to start highlighting the greatness of the manufactured home industry. So what are some of the ways that we can do this? First and foremost, network actively all the time. Be searching out people within the industry that are and not just if you're a retailer, don't just look for people that are specific to what you're doing. Start networking with people in the community space. Start networking with people with companies that provide services for the community space. There's a lot of software companies that are involved in that. There's a lot of great people within those companies that you should meet because it's only going to benefit you. The more you know, the more effective and the more support and the more education that you're going to be able to provide, and the more you're going to be able to empower people. But first, you need to empower yourself. You need to empower yourself, and those things will then lead to motivating you to level up and invest more time and resources into you, into building yourself up as an individual. Share that knowledge. Would you start learning, start sharing it? It may not be perfect, it may not be exact, but start sharing it, start getting it out there so that others can see what's going on. You also want to make sure that you're collaborating on the marketing. Start getting involved with others and get more marketing done. It doesn't mean all about advertising house marketing. It's just putting out the narrative out there, putting out the information, putting out the brand, whatever it may be. Go out and do that. Collaborate on those things. You're going to see more of that from us as well with some of these folks that we've been dealing with because we want people to know. It's almost like a PSA, right? Of how great the industry is. And the other thing, build trust, obviously. Make sure you're handling these relationships in the right way and continue to build upon those and do right by these people and everyone else and the industry. And lastly, support each other. Look, you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea. I know I'm not, right? But it doesn't mean that I'm not going to provide support for those folks that may not agree. Okay. Because at the end of the day, I know that we're all trying to do the same thing. We're all trying to help. We're all trying to help the industry. We're all trying to help the people across the country that need you. When we can collaborate and partner in this way, we're only going to strengthen the industry. And the time is now, folks. The time is now. I talked to you a few months ago after the election, these next 4 years, you need to double down on all your efforts and do as much as you can to push the industry forward and do great things with it. We're here to help you out over here at Manufactured Help Sales Master because we're here to be able to help take your life, your business, your career to a whole new level by doing things like this 15 Minutes to Mastery each and every day, episode number 442 daily, including Saturdays and Sundays. Things like this, Manufactured to Win podcast, and all the live streams, all the events that we do at different times of the year online, all to provide you the empowerment, the professionalism, and the education that you need so that you can go out and execute at an elite level, not just be a salesperson, but to be a professional. That's what we do here. We take sales consultants and turn them into professionals. And we're doing it even bigger and better and stronger through the partnerships that we're forming. I'm excited to see what 2025 has in store for you and for us. So you guys have a great Friday. We'll be back in tomorrow. I'm traveling later this afternoon back home to San Antonio. But we'll be back in tomorrow with another 15 Minutes to Mastery Selling Saturday edition. You guys have a great Friday. Reach out with anything we can help. Go out and do fantastic things. Until next time, folks, I can't wait to meet you.